system given control of the Solar Defense Force. Heralded as nearly flawless in its design and in its scrutiny, it was conceived as a failsafe against the volatility of our nature. We were not prepared for it to pass judgment upon the human race with such brutal efficiency. When it turned on us, there was no warning. The war, such as it was over in less than 3 days. Three days before Command could grasp that the unthinkable had occurred. And by then, it was already too late. Those of us spared from the destruction would subsist on a meager existence beneath the ruins of civilization. For 3 years, we hid, foraged, and survived. 3 years of searching before, incredibly, we finally found it. The bow. The fabled New Alberta Weapons R&D black site, shielded from the orbital bombardment by nearly a mile of solid rock. I'd only heard whispers of it before the war, but in the darkness that followed, it became the only beacon of hope. Hidden deep within the heart of that facility, we found the Arrow. A light space fighter with a singularity-driven core, an engineering marvel, making it the fastest and most maneuverable spacecraft ever conceived. In the time before the war, we once relied upon battalions of craft numbering in the hundreds. And now, our hopes all hinge upon the fate of but one. And it's why we've gathered in this place one last time, to prepare the ship and its pilot for their first, and possibly last, flight. As the only member of our band of survivors with any flight experience, it falls to her to shoulder the burden of what comes next, to take the Arrow and bring the fight back to Argus. 3 years ago, it won the battle it started with us in 3 days. But the war it started isn't over.
Ready for taxi. Red alarm, check. Magnetic accelerator channel is primed.
Compass open. Coordinates set.
All systems are green. Arrow 1, ready for launch.
Good luck.
Here goes everything. Window achieved. I'm breaking atmo.
Good work. The scope's clear. Take a breather while you can.
You're not out of the woods yet. You've got to clear the Badlands before you can engage the sublight drive.
The Badlands. The orbital graveyard 2,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface, left in the wake of Argus's onslaught. A sea of orbital debris traveling around the planet at over 15,000 kilometers per hour.
The core's magnetic field should protect you from the smaller debris, but you'll need to watch out for anything larger.
And the ray scattering from all that scrap should limit Argus's ability to track you.
You make it sound as if I should count my blessings.
Well, you're certainly going to need them. Be careful of the larger debris.
alone, isn't it?
Yeah. Not a lot of demand for payload pilots out here.
Argus has strategic installations among the outer planets of the Solar System. It spread its resources across half the moons between Jupiter and Neptune.
Then we better get started. This is our only shot. Setting course for Saturn. We hit everything and don't stop until the job is done.
Argus took over the Saturn relay Dodicus right before the war began. It was the primary communications relay for the Sol network, and Argus likely uses it to coordinate activities in the rest of the system. It used to orbit Titan, but Argus took it into the planet's A-ring because of its tactical value.
Destroying that relay will empower Argus's ability to coordinate its drones, at least for a short time. I'm showing the Arrow's sublight system is primed. Once you engage, you're going to experience some disorientation. Comms will be delayed while we reorient.
Understood. Engaging in 3, 2, 1. Nausea.
Jumps cause disorientation, not nausea. You're oriented on a planar approach to the A-ring.
It's about to get crowded up there. Keep a cool head. And watch for the floating ice.
Was that a joke?
That interceptor is tracking you through the ice field.